Hi Gemini, and welcome to your May 2020 general reading. Already pulled your additional guidance card, Milk and Honey card, very beautiful. Please just allow me to wish that everyone watching is safe from harm and navigating the times of our lives with as much grace and calm as we can. So there's all eyes are on Gemini, essentially. North Node going into Gemini and Venus retrograde staying there for the whole summer. So obviously Gemini rules the lungs, so at a global level we can understand, but I think Gemini, there's going to be a personal theme in your life. Okay, particularly the nodal return, because it's going to be the main theme for the next 18 months. And the Venus retrograde always brings a very, very interesting story into our lives when Venus is retrograde. So I'm guessing it's going to be something to do with relationships. But Venus also represents our essential needs, our value systems, and obviously we're all going to be valuing our lungs because of what's going on. But let's have a little bit look more before I make. So the Milk and Honey card is always about abundance, some sort of prosperity, hitting the sweet spot, a little bit like the Six of Cups card. Tends to bring some extremely good fortune, actually. So I hope everyone watching gets this good fortune in whatever area it's most required. So please give me a clear-cut message for the sign of Gemini for May 2020 and make it a blessed month for Gemini, please. One more cut. Oh, jumpy cards. So let's go on. Queen of Pentacles behind you with the Nine of Cups there. So wish fulfillment. This could be an earth sign person, but there's some sort of heart energy around. Or this could be around prosperity, abundance, could be around health, value systems. Let's work out. So what you want is a Three of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups is the gift. I knew it was going to be an emotional theme. The challenge is the Five of Swords, which is a little bit of potential conflict going on. Mercury in Aries. There's quite a lot of conflict for a lot of people, especially around opinions, Gemini. So you don't have to get involved in every opinion. In fact, the more that you can just be in that neutral stage, the better. So relationships, you've got the Two of Cups, yeah. I've not experienced the Venus retrograde for a long time in my sign, but the last time I did, a new relationship came in. So I was expecting it to be a relationship. Money and work, King of Wands. Six of Pentacles at soul level. Then you get the Eight of Cups. Then the Four of Wands. If you get no ace or no major, I leave it. But your major arcana was the Magician card. I always pull up to 5 times. And if no ace or no major wants to come, it means we're still dealing with an evolving story. Clearly a relationship theme here. The gift is a Knight of Cups, and the Two of Cups is in your relationships. You're the only person who's got this so far. Everyone else is just in this mad space. And already what you want to happen with this person is a working together, because the Three of Pentacles is a card about trying to understand the nature of a connection. If this is to do with relationships, or this is about a group endeavour at work. So working together as a team, yeah. Remember, we rise up by rising other people up. We're very, very much moving into that new paradigm around Aquarius, which is not about competition, but raising other people up so we rise up with them. So some of you are either dealing with a Queen of Pentacles and there's a King of Wands. So we've got different themes here. The Nine of Cups behind you. Nine of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment, a lot of happiness. And right next to this Queen of Pentacles, so this might be a person that you're dealing with. If not, this could be good news around your health, good news around your material life, your value system, something like that. But really, really nice energy to have at the end of April. So what you're seeking is the Three of Pentacles. And what's helping you get the Three of Pentacles is the Knight of Cups. So this is some sort of news coming your way. And this person comes forward holding a cup. He's holding a cup. He's holding a cup. And these two people are sharing. So that this is about one person meeting another in a very equal way. So, yeah. I get Venus retrograde. So what you desire is Three of Pentacles. So again, this is working as a team in order to, this is relationships. You're trying to get to the bottom of what this connection's about. Yeah. So being curious, understanding it. Or this is to do with work. And this is working as a team. Not sure what the Three of Pentacles is going to mean for you. What's the Three of Pentacles about? The World card, mastery, conclusion of one cycle, so another one can begin. So this gift is the Knight of Cups. So it's the Knight of Cups. What news is the Knight of Cups bringing? He's bringing news of the Wheel of Fortune, which is some sort of change of circumstances. This is Goddess Fortuna. So Fortuna is the goddess of good fortune. She rules Venus. She's generally a goddess that I pray to if I'm in need, especially around resources, around some sort of good fortune that I require. So the Knight of Cups is bringing news of some sort of turnaround of events for you, which is all helping you get the Three of Pentacles, which is either going to be news about financial good news, or it's to do with a relationship. And when the Three of Pentacles shows up, forces are trying to pull themselves together in order to understand the nature of something. So it's about examining, what's this bond about? What is this connection? What is this about? And that's exactly what's going on. Now the challenge is the Five of Swords. Gemini, I'm advising everyone at the moment to stay away from any heated debates. There's so many opinions at the moment. And Gemini rules the left brain, okay? Remember, your purpose here is to work with the left brain and the right brain, and then to stand in the middle of the both of them. So being in your heart. Five of Swords can be an argument around opinions. Different, I think that, well, I think that. Always someone, with the Five of Swords, someone always needs to be right, get the last word in. You know what? When I'm full of myself, I'm in the Five of Swords energy. Tell me why it's a challenge. Because of the Seven of Wands. So Seven of Wands is the card. I actually quite like the Seven of Wands, but because it's a challenge, this is about being guarded. And I don't know if it's you it's been guarded or the other person. But it tends to be, now I believe we tend to get into arguments when there's a lot of unexpressed energy. If someone's being quite standoffish with you or trying to keep you out, that's what what the Five of Swords has been about is some sort of energy or around some sort of words that have been said, and maybe someone's hurt someone in the past, and we can't live from memory, Gemini, okay? Because as we move forward after this cycle, we're not going to get to a better way of life until we no longer carry memory. So memory is what karma is, and it tends to show up as you did this to this person who did this to this person. I am one of these people who are far from cleansed from that, by the way. All my practices are about cleansing any memories. But there's an energy here of defensiveness and words that might cause hurt. But I think, so why is this happening? I think it's happening because someone's a little bit too guarded with the other person. Yeah, Eight of Swords. So these are all cards of restraint. And if you hold something back, eventually something explodes. Yeah, and that's what the Five of Swords is, as a challenge. So my advice, Gemini, here, because it looks like there's some sort of love trying to make its way to you. Very, very beautiful love with Fortuna as the goddess. It might be someone from the past where there's already been an upset, or one of the other people might be acting a little bit overly protective of themselves. And so, you know, that like two porcupines trying to relate. So we're both quite spiky with each other because of things that have been unresolved in our past history. So it comes out sideways in words and ways of being with each other, which cause pain. But because the Six of Pentacles is at a soul level, this is a card of healing. Always has been. It can be to do with the flow of money, but very, very often to me, it's about reciprocity, connection, trying to bring this scales back to balance. And I think for some of you, there's clearly a relationship, or there will be a relationship. For some of you, is where there's a little bit of lack of balance in the situation. But the Two of Cups is in your relationship house, and the Ace of Wands is right there. So this is about passion, initiation, new beginnings, a lot of chemistry. The King of Wands is in your money and work. So this is maybe the energy of initiating an innovation, of new starts. When we're in a period of great chaos, it's also when periods of great innovation and new beginnings and new starts. So a lot of actualization is going to happen. Okay, now for 1 minute, Gemini, I am not taking away right now around the suffering that we're in. Not a part of me is. And I think being a Gemini, you probably know what it's like to always have to hold two sides. And I know in my daily life, I'm working with the suffering that's going on for people. And I really, really do, by the way. And equally with the energy of new beginnings and people trying to initiate new projects. Because the King of Wands is very much like, he'd be like supercharged. This could be some sort of attraction that you know through the workplace, or there's a lot of new ideas coming through. Some of you might even be feeling this desire to offer a hand, offer help to someone. What's the King of Wands doing in Gemini's money house, please? God, you got the Ace of Wands again. So some of you could definitely be feeling some sort of attraction with someone that you work with, put it that way. Or this is this sort of, it's intuition, that always leads us to new beginnings. And this is what's going on for you. And all the Wands cards are about creativity, drive, innovation. And I think there's some sort of idea that's trying to come through to you. The Six of Pentacles might be about needing support to get it off the ground. Or the Six of Pentacles is speaking about healing that Five of Swords energy, which is something it might not have happened in the past, but what happens is, unless we've purified our mind, body and spirit, and we're all in progress of doing that, we just reenact the past. And it tends to show up as, oh, nothing ever works out for me, people always do this to me. That is a reenactment. And there might be a little bit of attention and healing required there, Gemini. If you're to get the milk and honey, and if you're to get the destiny that our souls all came here to experience, because believe it or not, I mean, our souls came here to experience a lot, but they definitely came here to experience happiness and love. And we don't want any pain from the past to be blocking that. So there's almost an energy of being open to the goodness of life, the potential of life. So your outcome, first of all, is the Eight of Cups. So that's a bit odd, actually. It's not that it's odd, it's just like, I'm in love, is this new relationship, isn't it wonderful? Then it's a bit like, and now I'm off. Because the Eight of Cups is someone who's in search of the Ten of Cups. It's not a bad card, it's Jupiter. Sometimes it feels that the whole 2020 is going to be the Eight of Cups for most of us. But I think this is to do with Venus being retrograde. Because whatever this new initiation energy is about, it's going to be a funny old process because of the retrograde energy. And it's going to be that way all summer. So you might just find it's going to play itself out. And whoever this new Knight of Cups and Two of Cups is about. But you then get the Four of Wands. So it's not that you're walking away from something, but you're walking towards it. The dragonfly is there. So the dragonfly is one of the symbols of the great transmutation we're all going through. Okay. Again, a lot of it's going to happen through the Gemini archetype. And it's sometimes when we let go that the great change happens. Because it's very unoften that I see these cards together. And for some of you, as you're walking away from something towards this new stability, this sort of very transformative energy. The Four of Wands holds no shadow. There's a few cards that hold no shadow whatsoever, and literally only two or three. It's just a very, very straightforward card based on happiness, stability, and crossing a threshold. And it's almost, these cards are funny. They're almost like, that's it, I'm letting go. And within half an hour, you walk into this brand new world. And it's clarified with the Magician card. So very, very powerful. So the Magician card is, it's the gift of manifestation. Manifestation's been one of these very overused spiritual concepts that people have used and made an awful lot of money out of using. Because the power of manifestation only really happens if we're working for the good of all, not just the self, okay? So it's the energy that's going to get most of us through this energy into a new beginning. So when you're working with a magician, and say we're working for love, for example, what I get people to do with the energy of the white magician, so we work so all beings may experience love. May all beings experience the Four of Wands, which is happiness, joy, new beginnings, crossing from one life into a brand new threshold. And we need to do it for the good of all and not just the self, because that's the world that we're leaving behind. And moving towards this brand new cycle of time we're moving towards is the work that we do also has to go out to the good of all. I want to do a little bit something else for you, because I want to know what's going on in your relationships, and I'm sure many of yous. Yeah, now Gemini, please don't laugh at my cards, because this is a very I do a lot of relationship cards reading. You got the deep knowing card, and this is a very, very well used deck. I don't toss away decks like they're. My decks are very living beings to me. The deep knowing card is about a very, very, very profound connection here. And there's a little bit of a complexity towards it. The complexity is going to be because of the retrograde energy. You won't be able to bypass it. And even towards the end of it, you've got the 8 of Cups, soul searching. Then suddenly you move to this 4 of Wands. And it's like within one day, there's great shifts and great transformations. If any of you are working with the manifestation card about all these new beginnings, Gemini, honestly, for the good of all, you know, everything has to be for the good of humanity, for the good of all. And the spoken word is very powerful. There's clearly a very, very powerful relationship vibe here. And I've turned around and you've got the mending card. So this might be for some of you's healing a bond that's been broken. For some of you's, this person's going to come in, but there's some complexity with it. I guarantee you there's going to be a complexity with Venus retrograde. And a lot of this is about a re-evaluation of your value systems, what's really important to you and what you really want. But please, Gemini, I can't overstate enough that any work done on visualization has to be for the good of all, or it just will not be effective anymore. Yeah. So I really hope that helped. It was quite a bizarre reading. I hope I've served it justice. And again, blessed be Gemini. And always do your work for the good of mankind. And whatever this love is, I really, really hope it brings you all the joy in the world. Much love. Bye.